Good morning. I'm starting this early. I guess they just said Chuck and Paige are going to do a live stream here in just a little while. How you doing, Brock? Let me put this up here. Mitch just texted me, said he was just about ready to jump on the other one. Let me put up the. I'll put up the copy, the little deal here. Hello, everybody. Um, paste. Okay. Anybody wants to jump in, go ahead and jump in. So I figured I'd start it early. He's going to start. Chuck and Paige are going to start then, anyway. So let me get my glasses straight. Um, and then getting lunch. All right, Andy. So anyway, uh, where's Brock? I'll bring Brock in. Hey, what's up, Brock? How are you?
Morning, Dave.
Morning, morning. It's awful quiet on there on your
Yeah,
side.
and that's it. Wife's gone for a walk.
Yeah, I figured I'd start it earlier. Somebody, I forget who it was on the other, I did a little test stream and said that Chuck and Paige were going, and I just saw it now that they're going to go live here in a few minutes. So, yeah,
Yeah,
but
they're on live now.
yeah, I don't want to. Let's see, what are they doing? Yeah, in 16 minutes ago. They already went live? Oh, yeah, they did,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, they've been running live for about 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I saw Mitch on there, Andy Stubbs, Gator Jake, etc.
Oh,
Lee.
over there. Yeah, I don't know. I figured I'd just go on and say hi because there was 9 or 10 people in the other stream that I started this morning, but there are a couple of things that and you might be interested in too. Is that when you come, I was saying about the I'm supposed to be going to or supposed to be I'm going to Pattaya for a week with the family, and it started out with 8,000 baht for the room for 7 nights. That was including breakfast. It's a 4-star hotel. My wife's been there with TOT before and says it's a really nice hotel. So she said, I'd like to take the kids and we'll just do a family thing. I said, all right. There weren't any rooms open, but I did find one on Agoda, going back and forth. Somebody must have canceled and I got a room. So, but on the 8th, they're starting the thing like they did last year. And I think Chuck and Paige actually monopolized on that last year about getting food vouchers and 40% or something paid. Well, they're going to pay 40% of the hotel room. So I got to change it over from. I want her to call the hotel and say, "Hey, my husband has these rooms on Agoda, and he doesn't want to cancel them, but I want to put them in my name, and hopefully they're going to go ahead and put them, and then I'll cancel them, and they'll do it that way." And she also gets 600 baht. So does the 18-year-old get 600 baht. So he'll get 1,200 baht a day for food. So get 40%. They'll pay 40% of the hotel room, plus give us 1,200 baht a day to eat. So that's almost free, I think.
I
So
think that's very much free.
yeah, yeah. So they're gonna supposedly she. When do you think they're gonna do that? Till March, baby. March. They're gonna do that. Yeah, till March next year. So March of next year. So maybe you'll. Do you do much traveling when you come, or you just hang?
We're normally fairly busy around the village, but I want to do some extra travelling.
Yeah. Well, that'll make it a little better, more incentive.
Yeah, the
Hey,
wife will have
Cobus.
to register.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'll say all they have to do is just have their Thai card, right, or something.
Yeah, she's got that.
Yeah, I think that's all. I think that's all they need. I'll find out. I'll let you know once I go here, and we'll see what it is. But
Yeah, she.
yeah, I guess most people are probably over there. What does he have in this thing? Oh, he's only got 295 people. That's not many for him.
Yeah, it's funny that how the wife got a Thai ID card. She went to the registry there and said she wants to update her old one. She showed him the old one, which was black and white photo, 20 years old. And they said, "How come so old? Where have you been?" "Australia." "Can you prove it?" "Yes, here's my Australian passport." "Oh, okay." Boom. New ID card.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I mean, especially between the Asia Air pass that I have, which it costs me like 100 baht to fly back and forth to Bangkok from Buriram. Once everything gets semi back to normal, hell, we can. And I bought it for both of us, so she has it and I have it, so we could fly to. The only bummer is you have to fly from Buriram to Bangkok and then Bangkok out to wherever you want to go. Whether it's Chiang Mai, we want to go to I guess think Chiang Mai. She's never been. I've never been. So it cost us, I think, like 100 to 150 baht each to fly back and forth to Bangkok, then another 100 baht to fly back and forth to Chiang Mai or Chiang Rai, whichever one it is, and then get 40% off on the hotel, and it'll probably be just me and her, so she'll get 600 baht a day for food. I mean, hell, again, almost free. But when are you going back? Andy wants to know.
Yeah, I'm going back as soon as we're allowed out of Australia and can get back in trouble free, Andy.
And someplace just on I think the Tiger or something posted something about Australia was getting ready to loosen everything up. You heard anything about that?
Yeah, in November, the Prime Minister said they're going to start loosening up stuff. If you're double vaxxed, you can get back in without quarantining in a hotel. You can do self
7 days
lockdown
at
in your
home or
house.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that'll work, right? That's not bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then on top of what the Commonwealth says, the states have their own rules, and the Premier of Western Australia is very, very reluctant to have people moving in and out from overseas, which is
Hey
fair
Tom, how
enough.
you doing? Good morning.
Western
Yeah,
Australia's been
I
free.
mean, I understand the logic a little bit about it, but I mean, you gotta just sooner or later you have to accept the fact it's not going to go away. It's not like it's going to disappear tomorrow or in a
No,
week or in 10 years. It's going to be here. Hopefully they'll get something that's hey Nikki, how you doing? It's got to be early for you or late, one of the two. But it's got to be. I don't know. I mean, they hopefully they come up with something that's an actual vaccine where you can go ahead and get vaccinated like I did and not get polio. But this one, I hesitate calling it a vaccine every time I talk about it because as far as I'm concerned, it's not a vaccine.
to a certain extent, it is. My thoughts on it are that you've had the vaccine, and what it does is built up your body's immunity, so you will have less reaction if you do get the bug, and hopefully your body kills it quickly enough that it doesn't get chance to get strong enough to become infectious again
Yeah, I know
in that
that.
way.
Yeah, Jake got it, him and his wife, and he said it was just like a 3-4 day thing where it was like having the flu. It
Yeah,
wasn't. And I'm gathering that's because of that. I mean, the anti-vaxxers will say, "Oh, that's bull crap," or then who
yeah. The
knows?
anti-vaxxers are in hospital dying at the moment.
I think, yeah, it it's an interesting thing. To tell you the truth, if I didn't absolutely 100% positively know in my mind that within the next couple of months you're not going to be able to go anywhere unless you're vaccinated, and I'm a firm believer in that. They're going to just say, "You want to come here?" Nope. You're not vaccinated? Nope. They're not going to.
Yep.
You're going to have to be vaccinated. So I needed to do it regardless if I wanted to get back to the United States and see my grandkids and see my mom and family and friends and stuff. So I had to get it. Like I said, to tell you the truth, I don't know if I would have or not. It would have been a debate in my mind, and the only reason that I would be semi hesitant is because they pushed it through so quick. I don't. They don't have any idea what it's going to do to you long term. But to me, hey, I'm 64. You know, the chances of me
Yeah.
living another 10 years are, I don't know whether I will or not. I know my wife hopes I will, but I hope I will too, actually.
Well, I was 22 years military. Yet we got stuck with all sorts of needles. What's another one?
Yeah, no shit, no
I'm
shit.
not dead yet, I don't think.
Hey, thanks, Joe. Yeah, it was. It was, and it was fun. It was just it was loads of fun. I mean, I'd do it again tomorrow, and the kids will too. But I'll tell you what, they're both children are injured. My wife's injured, my mother-in-law's injured, and my father-in-law's injured just by getting thrown off that freaking banana boat. But they just had the time of their lives. They'd never been on anything or done anything like that in their entire lives, you know. So they had fun. It was a really really good time. Yeah, Nikki, it's just like I said. I've got a granddaughter that I was in the hospital with a tube down my throat when she was born 2 years ago, and I still haven't seen her. And I've seen her on FaceTime when I FaceTime my son, who has four of my grandkids. And excuse me, um, but I haven't seen her face to face, and I'd sure love to do that, you know. So my daughter, she had me on the phone on Father's Day for 45 minutes, begging me not to take not to take it. But the reason I got the Pfizer was because of my wife. My wife arranged the whole thing. Of course, I was at
Morning, Marcus.
the right age and everything. So, who's here?
Mark. Mark's
Oh,
got out of
Mark.
bed and
Hey,
to visit.
that's right. He's out of Yale. Good morning. How you doing, Mark? I'll drop the link if you want to come out and tell us your freedom. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. Um, but yeah, so that was my same concerns as what you said. Just didn't, you know, I don't know. But like I said, I know I'm almost 100% positive that at least by December, it's going to be, oh, you want to come to the United States? Oh, are you vaccinated? Well, no, then you can't come here. Or you can't come to Australia. Or you can't go, well, Australian, they don't let anybody in. But, you know what I'm saying. And there he is, free man. There he is. What's up?
Somebody may, everybody. Good
Look at
morning.
that nice
Oh,
haircut,
almost looks
clean
human.
shaved. Wow. Wow.
Having my coffee here in Thailand. Life could not get any better. Could not
That's
get any
true.
better.
Yeah, and you got I saw the picture. You guys ate breakfast with Tom. I saw.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
And you
yeah.
got out early, right? You got amnesty.
So I was because I flew. Remember, I think I said on one of the streams I flew over from Melbourne and met a bloke in the departure lounge, and so we exchanged numbers between two Aussies, and so we kept each other company during during our quarantine lockdown. And then he messages me on Thursday saying that, oh, have you got the news? I go, no, what news is that? And he said, oh, I'm getting out tomorrow. Oh, so I'm frantically on the phone to the hospital, and they're going, sorry, sir, we have no government directive. You are staying where you are. And I said, oh, okay. So same on Friday, he sends me pictures and he's up in Bangkok, he's waving to me. I'm going, oh well, it is what it is. I'm stuck here. Saturday morning, I wake up, have a shower, breakfast's there. There's no message. I check a little bit later on in the morning, and there's a note just stuck on the table going, "You're free to go." I'm going, what? When did
Really?
this happen? And they didn't even bother. They didn't even bother ringing up to me. It's because by chance I opened up the door and saw that I was free to go. So frantically packing and all the rest of it. They turned all the Wi-Fi off, so I couldn't really call anybody. So yeah. But anyway, got out. So down here in Rayong. So took a taxi, got to Rayong, got to my house here, and of course my lovely partner, she had gone to go and get the car washed to drive up on the next day on Sunday to come and pick me up. So I'm standing out there out the front on the stoop like a shag on the rock, waiting for her to come home. So
That must have surprised her a little bit, I bet.
yeah. Oh, what are you doing here? So. Yeah, so I explained to her that I got released on, well, let's call it good behavior.
Good behavior. That'll work. Well, that's awesome. And I'm going to be there shortly, so I'll be meeting up with you soon.
Yeah. Thank you, Nikki. I said to my partner, I said, so do I look fatter? Do I look slimmer, or do I look the same? And she said, same. So,
Hey, how you doing, David? Thanks for coming
Yeah,
by.
she didn't care you were home, Mark.
oh, that's right. That's right. So we went out on Saturday night. So my
Hey,
daughter,
Craig.
God bless her, she didn't want to. She came straight over, but she didn't want to come out for dinner because she has a big exam, and she is 120% focused on her education and on her future. So she said, "Listen, I can't come tonight because I've got a study session online. I want her to study because I've got the exam." I said, "No worries." So my partner and I, we went out, and I tell you, had two huge crabs, had two huge big tiger prawn dishes, and real crab meat balls, and came to about just over 55 Australian dollars, and it was too
Wow,
much. Our eyes were bigger than our bellies.
that always happens. Yeah, Ron. It wasn't any serious injuries. They would do it again tomorrow, especially the kids. Maybe not my mother and father-in-law. But he was the one on there that had the bald head, and you guys probably noticed the daughter was on the back of the banana boat, and he's 75 years old, and he just had an absolute ball. But and also for you, Mark, were you here when I was talking about the Thai travel program they got going? Did you hear me talking about that?
No. So
We're getting 40% back from the government on, or they were going to pay 40%. I got to change it from Agoda to my wife. We're bringing the kids, so we're going to have 2 rooms there. They're going to pay 40% of that plus the daughter's 18 and my wife. They're going to get 600 baht a day for food. So we're going to get 1,200 baht a day, and they're going to pay 40% of the hotel, and they're going to do this until March, according to my wife.
really,
So if you guys want to travel, I don't know if
for
you.
Thai nationals to travel.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh well,
So
well,
yeah,
well.
Chuck and Paige did it last year. We did it once, I think, too, but we didn't get the food. I think Paige had gotten the food, but I mean, how can you beat that? It was only 8,000 baht for the room, and they're going to pay 40% of it, and then we're going to get
So
1,200 baht.
where's the link for that, Dave? Is it
I'll find out for you. She
yeah,
left already. She went to work.
no
But
great rush, no great
yeah, I'll
rush.
find it for you. I'll find it for everybody. I'll have it by the next time we do a live stream. I'll have all the information for everybody.
Yeah, but if my
Because it's
partner, she logs on and she books the holiday,
yeah,
or books the trip for a few
right,
days, and if it's all the way to March,
all the
wow,
way to March. Yeah, that's what I figured. You'll be able to travel a little bit if you want to. I
yeah,
mean, it's nice to just get away, even if you go from there over. It would be nice when I'm coming. It would be nice to that they have that ferry running across to Wahin. Because that would be nice to go over even for the day with the kids and bum around there and eat or something and come back. But hey, Tom, I'm probably missing a lot of these. Hey, Waza, hope everyone. Mark, I'm jealous. Yeah, I bet a lot
um,
of jealous people.
yeah,
Hilarious.
Andy, it's me. I'm the real deal. I'm fair dinkum, mate. Stone the bloody crows.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Like I said, everybody else is going, oh well, and I'm talking about other vloggers that I hear, well, not a good time to come, don't come. You should just wait. You know what, man? I think they're going to be open by November. I think everything's going to be pretty much, unless you're coming here to go down Walking Street and see 500 women every third step.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. But if you still that's what you want, you're going to come down. If they open the bars, they're still going to be there. I mean, that's what they do. So, but I'm still going to stand by. Come tomorrow. Come as soon as they'll let you in. Now, it's my understanding, and again, I don't know this for sure, but as of the 1st, it's 7 days
Yep.
for
Yeah.
now, right? 7
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
So
And look, I haven't
thanks,
because
Nikki.
because obviously I no longer care, audience.
Right.
But I did. I was obviously watching the news while I was still locked up in the hotel. And I know as of, today's, what is it, the 4th today? Oh, I've got to reset my watch. 4th today. So I think there was 3 categories now. If you had double vaccinated, if you had a single vaccine, and if you had 0 vaccine. So, and there was 3 separate, and I think there was a difference if you drove your car into Thailand or you flew or took a boat or something. So anyway.
Yeah, because if you're going to come here, I think this is Tom. I don't know. I'm going to add him to the stream. I might have to mute him real quick. I don't know who it is, but hold on one second. Let me see. Who is this?
Hello. Good morning.
Okay, it is Tom.
I know that voice.
I just wanted to make sure. But, even if you came to the Sandbox and you did 7 days, even if you were on vacation, if you did with your family, I could do 7 days throughout all of Phuket, no problem, and still not see everything that I wanted to see. And then your second week could be in Hua Hin, could be in Krabi, could be wherever you want to go. Hey, Tom, it could be wherever you want to go for your second and third week of your 2 or 3 week vacation. The problem with people from Australia is they might not let you back in. The UK, I know, maybe Tom knows. Do you know if the UK is still showing Thailand as a red country or whatever the hell it is?
Still a red country.
Aren't they going to make a determination, Tom, on the 6th? I thought they were going to make a determination on the 6th.
Yeah. But
what do you think?
Got the pieces. The country's got the pieces.
Well, I hope they take it off, because then, like I said, if you do a Sandbox or something, you're only going to stay in a certain area for 7 days. Mm-hmm. And I can't see many people coming to Thailand for 7 days anyway. I think at an absolute minimum, I would be 2 weeks for me if I was coming from the States.
I'm hoping, I'm praying for free travel to Thailand on 1st of December.
I'm hoping the 1st of November. I'm hoping November 1st, but
it'd be good if we can get no quarantine. We need to get rid of the quarantine. That's the bit.
There's a lot of people that are doing that, because I know, like, even Brock isn't going to come until he doesn't have to do any quarantine. And a lot of people say the same thing. And I can't blame them too much if they're coming here on vacation, especially with 14 days. I mean, they might only have 2 weeks vacation. Although, again, if you haven't been to Phuket, it's not such a bad place to stay for a couple of weeks. No. So, but I'm hoping to travel. Were you listening, Tom, when I was talking about the traveling deal, the 40% the government's going to pay and the 600 baht a day for food?
Please just tell me more. It sounds fantastic. I want to start traveling straight away.
On the 8th, it's supposed to start until March. I'll find out all the information and get it.
Yeah.
I'll do a live stream, or I'll put it up, or I'll just contact you guys straight away.
Yeah.
But they're going to pay 40% of she's going to call on the 8th that's when it starts. She's going to tell them that I have 2 rooms booked in Pattaya, and can I cancel those, and can she pick them up in her name? And if they'll do that, because they're sold out at the hotel that I'm going to. So if they do that, then they'll pay 40% of that, plus the oldest daughter's 18. So they're going to give us 1,200 baht a day for food for 7 days, plus pay 40% of our hotel. So it's free, like we're saying, it's free. Yeah. But I know that Mark, and it's still March, so even if you didn't want to travel for a while, it's not bad. What am I missing? Am I missing? I keep forgetting to watch the chat here.
I feel like pretty good for my fellow Australians locked up in Australia, because on the federal level, the feds are really pushing the states. Forget about Brock. He's in a different country over there in Western Australia. That bloke's never going to let you out or let anybody in. I'm sorry to say, Brock, from what I read on Australian press. But Sydney, someone in Sydney will be able to, Dave Williams or someone might be able to enlighten us. But I think as of November, I reckon Sydney's basically pretty much free to do. So the first airport to be open internationally for international travel, not for quarantine, will be Charles Kingford Smith out of Sydney, and then Melbourne. Victoria is always going to be about a month behind, so I think then Melbourne. So that's good news for Andy Stubbs, Gary Williams, and guys like that. And then slowly, the other states will come on board, with the exception of Western Australia, because I really don't quite understand what Mark McGowan, for those who follow Australian politics, is. He's got you guys. We thought we were hard done by in Victoria, but he's locking you guys down hard. I mean, you got more restrictions, but it's just a closed border. So.
It's sad, I don't know what the U.S. I don't even know. I'm sad that I don't even know what the USA's policy is on stuff. I don't know if they've got any kind of. I don't think they have anything. Chocolate Man went right in, walked in, boom, boom, and he was done. I mean, they didn't ask for any kind of quarantine or nothing going into the U.S. But and then it doesn't look like they're doing much there of anything either. And Chuck. They're going anywhere they want, but I think it's going to be November 1st. I think is going to be when they start opening the entertainment venues. That's my personal opinion. Now it's not going to be all in one chunk. It might be smaller ones under so many. I don't know how they're going to break it up, but I think they're going to do it in phases. Because now I know the theaters are open, the gyms are open. Although I did hear, I was thinking about going and seeing a movie, but you can't have popcorn, and who wants to go to the movie theater and not eat popcorn?
Well, you know what? I fell asleep. I used to really like watching NDTVI, but now I still do. I love the guy, but it's 10 o'clock. I'm an old man.
Yeah, that's me too. And that's the reason. And I probably should try watching some of the replays that he's on there, because a couple of times that I tried to stay awake and I watched a little bit of it. It was very, very entertaining. A lot of good information. Yeah, got to have popcorn. Yeah,
but he was saying that he hasn't seen it personally with his own peepers, but he reckons that he's seen pictures of people sitting in movie theaters with popcorn and drinks and all sorts of things.
I don't know. I only heard that. I didn't.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it myself. I've only heard it.
Don't listen to some random dude on the internet.
Well, let's see what David says. David says Sydney's likely to open in December for fully vaccinated international flights and allowing New South Welshmen to depart. Well, I don't know the country. What is New South Wales?
New South Wales.
Okay.
Wales, yeah.
So that's an area that Brock isn't in, I'm gathering.
No, so New South Wales is an eastern seaboard country where all the brains congregates, and Brock's on the western side where all the rocks are. But the Chinese love the rocks that Dave digs out of his backyard and sells them for $800 a ton or whatever he does. So all the iron ore comes out of the west, and that's the only thing that's there. There's nothing. I've been to Western Australia for work. There's nothing there, people. The Dutch came to Western Australia in 1666, and they had a bit of a look around and said, "There's nothing here." So they kept on sailing.
Oh, my gator's over there. Oh well, I didn't know that. I didn't know Gator Jake was a moderator on Chuck's channel. That's interesting. I'm watching Chuck on the other one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm horrible. U.S. citizens, he has to pass test before entry. Yeah, I think that's going to be common anywhere. And I think mostly from what I heard, that's the airlines, not so much the U.S. The airlines are the ones that want 48 hours before now instead of 72?
Well, Singapore hit me up for 48 hours, as you guys know, before flight, where normally the recommendation was 72 hours. Singapore changed it the week before and said, no, we want 48 hours.
Yeah.
So.
And that was my understanding, is mostly the airlines that are requiring it, but the U.S. probably just goes along with it. But I don't know. The U.S. is the U.S. They'll probably let anybody in that they can. And if you don't, just fly into Mexico and walk across the border. It's easy to get in here or into the U.S. Man, but that's a whole nother subject, I guess. But No Time to Die, Dave. You know,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that movie. Was it? Don't worry about that.
I will have to. I've got to see if it's over here. Of course, if I go, then I got to take the family, and they watch. Here in Surin, very rarely, especially since all the virus crap, uh, they very rarely show a English with Thai subtitled movies. They just show it in either Thai, not even with English subtitles. But you can go to Buriram, and there's 2 or 3 theaters, but our one in the Robinsons here very rarely. Before they had them, certain times, but they had them. But now, since there isn't many people going, they haven't had them. But I'll have to check into it because I'd like to see that too.
Joe wants to ride his bike from one side of Australia to the other. You're going to need a support ute, Joe. You're not going to make it on fuel. You'll get to a place called Ceduna on the or Eucla in South Australia near the border, and then there's nothing. There's nothing for about 2,500 k's until you get close to Perth. Nothing.
How do you carry gas?
Long range tanks. So the trucks will go with 4,000 litres of diesel on them. They'll fill up at Eucla, and then they'll use that 4,000 litres because you drive a big rig in Australia because you're driving 2 or 3. You're driving 3 trailers, 3 40-foot trailers behind you. You'll get half a kilometre to a litre of for fuel economy. So not bad, is it?
Hey Ron,
on a car, you need at least 150 litres of fuel on board to make it across.
Wow. Ron, I'll tell you this: if Thailand isn't completely 100% open by February, there won't be a Thailand anymore. It'll just be bankrupt. It'll be a dead city, and very sad. So I'm going to say November, December. If you're planning on February, it'll be wide open and probably never going to be. People are saying like, well, it's not going to be the same real quick. No, it's going to take time. But me personally, which Thailand do you want? Do you want a Thailand to visit and see with your family and whatever when there's half of the tourism that there was in the past? I'll take that. I don't need 5 million people on the beach, so I've got to rub in between them, and and that not as good for the Thai people, but getting them on their way. Thai people are very resilient. You go buy a 40-50 baht lunch, they'll pay their electricity and eat for 3 days. I mean, the people know what they need to do to survive, but it can't go on much longer. I'll tell you that right now. Can't go, and I don't believe it will. I believe all the government and everything, they know what they need to do.
To be fair to all the governments, and I'm not advocating they did the right thing, but they always said, especially in Australia, they always said they aimed to have Australia open by 2022, and it looks like they're going to do that. Thailand have they been cautious? I don't know what the numbers are today, but yesterday was around about 10,000. Tom, I don't know whether I've had other things on my mind the last couple of
days. 10,300, I think, or something.
So 10,300, but they're learning to live with it. And okay. So if you were coming over here to go to a restaurant and have a few beers, but as Tom said, you can have a beer under the counter here in a restaurant in Rayong province. And so at the moment, so they say, allegedly. I can't verify that. Don't listen to that.
It's my understanding. It's my understanding also, and I don't know if it's just Bangkok, but supposedly as of the 1st of October, you're supposed to be able to drink in restaurants.
I think.
Or is that just Pattaya? I don't know.
Was it Phuket?
Phuket, maybe Phuket.
Yeah.
But so how much? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How much longer before it's going to trickle over? Not long.
Because the business holders, the community here, and the local municipalities and all the people who control the businesses, they'll be going, hey, over there.
Do they have a locked or a curfew in Rayong?
Yeah. 10 o'clock. We've got to be
So,
o'clock was
so
pretty
what's
long.
the, I can understand they don't want a bunch of drunk people running around kissing people on the mouth and holding them and whatever
Yeah.
crazy Farangs do. But, and Thai people too. But, but why can't you take your family and sit down with and like if I was to go with you and bring my kids and you bring yours and then, and me and you would want to have a beer, what's the problem? Besides when there's a curfew,
Dave,
I don't know. It's
on
ridiculous.
Saturday evening, we went to an Italian restaurant in Rayon, and we was there for 4 hours. And we went with another couple, and we took the kids, and my missus and his missus were on the mocktails, and me and my friend were on peach tea. We was there for 4 hours. Seriously, the bill come to 4,000 baht. Take, read into it what you like, but
Right.
it was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I don't think what it's getting. I think it's getting
normal.
Yeah, I think it's getting to the point now where the people they have to make money, and if the money that they make off of if me and you went into one of their establishments and drank 3-4 beers a piece, neither one of us are going to be drunk, and they're gonna make a little bit of money, and I don't think the police or anybody that's supposed to be watching this are going to go, oh no, let's just arrest everybody, shut this poor business down that hasn't been able to make any money anyway. I don't think they're going to look at it. If they see it blatantly right in front of them, they have to.
Yeah.
But if they, if everybody kind of keeps it, I don't think they're going to bug them. There's going to be one, or it's going to happen.
Me and my friend, we had like 3 or 4 peach teas. The girls had a bottle of non-alcohol red wine, and I think about 6 cocktails between them. Yeah,
Mocktail,
it was a good night.
Mocktails.
Yeah, but it was a good night. It was such a good
Everybody
night.
likes your haircut, man.
Yeah, no,
Everybody likes Mark's haircut.
As Dallo says, I'm looking sharp.
I don't have any hair, so I don't have to worry about it.
It's the best time to be here.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I said, I think my biggest dates for me now was October 1st, October 15th, and November 1st. I think those are going to be, I think you're going to find out more on the 15th of October in another week. And I think they're going to start opening up stuff. They have to. I think it's going to happen.
Well,
I could be wrong.
If you're saying that they've got these 40%, I'm not worried about the 40%, etc. But I'm going to start traveling next weekend. Seriously.
Yeah, they have, like I said, they're giving each, like for my wife and the 18-year-old, because she's 18, they each get 600 baht for food, so 1,200 baht a day.
Yeah.
And whatever you're on your hotel, they pay 40%. And it's not like you have to even pay it and then get it back from the government. No, you just go in there, they charge you the 60%, and they charge the government 40. So all you pay is the 60%. Of what they're asking.
Anna's four. So will she get 600 baht?
I don't know. No, I don't. I think it's because they didn't. My wife said, and I'm going to find out all the information for you. But they got an 18-year-old and a 16-year-old, and she only mentioned her and the 18-year-old. So I'm imagining it's just 18 is the cutoff or something. So
it's not
so
really
you're going to get that. But to travel anywhere, and I've got that Asia Air Pass where it costs me 150 baht to fly round trip from Buriram to Bangkok. So it's like,
well,
and I can do that.
You can come down and visit me and Mark anytime.
I can come down for lunch. Yeah. So it's got, when they start flying into the local airport there, Asia Air or Air Asia, whichever, I keep on forgetting what they're called. But I had it last year and I have it this year, and it was supposed to be over in December. And because of everything that's gone on, they bumped that up till March. You have to book 14 days in advance, and you only pay the tax. So to fly round trip to Bangkok is 150 baht, and then if I was to fly from there to, let's say, Chiang Mai, it would cost me another 150 baht round trip, and so it's free. And then if I get 40% off on the hotel, and I get 600 baht a day for food, of course, we'll spend 600 baht in one meal, but the stuff is so cheap. The one hotel that I'm staying in, hey, Internet Monster,
me, Mark, and Mitch are meeting up for lunch tomorrow.
Are you? Cool.
Yeah, so if you want to get a flight down, you're welcome to come.
You know what's really weird is Buriram until November.
Yeah,
Their flights are really limited. Asia Air's flights are really limited unless they do something in the next week or so. I haven't checked them today. It looked to me they were back to normal in November, flying everywhere. But for Buriram, they're not showing flights out in October. But
Utapulse picked up. Utapulse picked up. There's more planes coming out. So
right.
Like now,
down low. Mark down low is asking you a question if you've caught up. With
and Kevin 30 up and Tom as well, Dalo. So
yeah.
Freedom Day.
We can't say a lot.
Yeah,
so Mark got a taxi.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to talk, Nicky. Tom keeps butting in.
I didn't see the rest of that. Sorry, Internet Monster. Yeah, no, not yet. I'm going to be doing a video. I forgot to tell you guys that too. We went by the house day before yesterday, and they had put in all the window frames, not the glass, but all the window frames are now in. So I'm going to do a video. The tiles. Oh, you leaving? Okay, that's what the wave was. All right, Tom, take it easy. Thanks for coming in. So all the tile downstairs should be done. I believe the stairs should be done. The crystal chandelier arrived, so they'll be putting that up probably this week, I'm guessing. So things are moving along. So I'll probably do a video. I've been kind of holding off on the video. They did finish the front gate. They put some wood on the front gates and the wall that they had done. So it's coming along. I'm happy. I'll be going there probably after the live stream. But yeah, it does look great. The house looks awesome. It makes a difference without raw openings on there, and now the metal frames in. It's nice.
I better be careful what I say. You've got a stalker. He's a little bit shy and bashful this morning because he's probably been out with a few Russian women.
Who's this?
If he wants to put a comment and come on, or even put the link up and see if we can coax him on. But he's I'll tell you a little bit about him without mentioning his name. Absolutely fantastic guy. One of the best.
All right, I put the
Bonza bloke, as we say down under.
Did I put it up there? Where'd it go?
See if I can shame him to come on. Come on. Absolutely true. And
there you go.
He said I looked about 45. So for me, he's my best mate.
Well, there's whoever wants to come on, you're more than welcome. If you come with a recommendation from our I'm surprised we have 16 people. Chuck's still
and there he is, people. There he is.
Where? Oh, Kevin. I'm just enjoying the show. Hey, like I said, I watched the video.
Morning,
Kevin. Did I comment?
Nicky?
I think I commented, but I think you got the absolute best bike for what you're going to do for the price. Kevin, I think you made an excellent choice. That's for the money. I don't think you can go wrong. And like you said, Yamaha and Hondas. If I had my preference, I probably would get an ADV, but they're, like you said, they're 70,000 where you can pay 45,000 for a couple-year-old Aerox or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, perfect bike, I think. And I don't know. I had my PCX. I went from Camelot to Krabi. I went from Camelot to 2 or 3 different 4 or 5 hour trips. 90 kilometer. It will do 100 kilometers, and it will hold it. So I know that Aerox will too. I've never really tried to do any kind of performance on one. I'm planning on renting one when I get there. So I'm going to rent the 155. I want to drive it again and see. But I think for the money, I think it was perfect. Yeah. And you know what else too? Are there Yamaha dealers in most of the big cities? Yeah, you bet. But Honda here in Surin, there's 10 that I know of, and I know I missed a few.
Across the road, there's one. Up the road,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
one.
yeah.
In the
It's
corner,
like
there's one.
that's why I got the Forza. But but now I have that little 2018 Scoopy. It's a 110, and it'll do 80 kilometers an hour. I drive it all over town. Great little scooter, and the suspension's nice because I'm kind of a big guy, and I was surprised. I thought it was going to be. I have a Click too, an older Click, but I prefer the little Scoopy. I put a 45 shad box on the back, the same one that I have on the Forza, and I could fit anything in it. Like you said, you fit your backpack. And in case if you haven't seen Kevin's video, he does one with just what he keeps in his backpack, and that's all you have too, right? Everything you have. So it's kind of cool.
A word of advice, though, Kevin, on that. On
Yeah,
your
great
last
YouTube.
comment. There was an American YouTuber in Thailand. I'm not going to mention their name because I thought it was a bit of a silly thing to do, but set fire. I didn't watch the video, so I can't.
I didn't watch it either.
But apparently
He
set
blew it
fire
up.
to a bike. And I think it was in today's climate. I think it was.
And it was an Aerox too. It was a 155, same bike. Yeah.
Yeah.
I only saw it or heard about it from other people's. I did see a clip on it,
I
but
saw it.
yeah, I don't know. I think they'll hold up quite fine, Kevin. I can't see it falling apart. I just can't see it. And you only said, what did you say it had on it? 10,000 kilometers or something? The thing's not even broke in. So yeah, I don't think you're going to have any problem. And I think it'll take the mild off-road stuff very well. I think it's a good choice. Like I said, if you didn't care about money, I would have bought an ADV, but that's just me. But why spend double? I don't know, kind of stupid. You're not getting double the scooter, that's for sure.
No.
But yeah, I think you did well, and I'm looking forward to the video. Yeah, 9K. That's nothing.
I think he released it today. I woke up to see a notification, so I do apologize, Kevin. I haven't watched it yet. I'm on Thailand time. I wake up at 6 o'clock. I have a bit of a stretch. I go back to sleep again. We let the dog into the bedroom. He jumps all over us. He goes to sleep.
I was awake. In fact, I did go on and I did say something, didn't I? Because Kevin said it's 4 o'clock in the morning. You're early riser like me, which I got up at 4 o'clock or 4:15 this morning. It is. I think he's going to name it Bumblebee or something, right?
Bumblebee, his favorite transformer.
But he's talking about the old. Now this, even the cartoons that Kevin was talking about are way after my time. But but he said the original Bumblebee was a Volkswagen, right? A Volkswagen Bug, I'm gathering.
Yep. Was.
But I didn't. Yeah, I was surprised. Yeah, I usually wake up that time. Ever since I've been in Thailand, I go to bed 8, 9, 10 o'clock, somewhere around 9, usually 9:30. And I get up at between 4 and 5. What I need to do is get my butt out of bed and out in the street and walk. And it, it makes it, I'm such a procrastinator. I'm not very self-motivating. If I was somewhere like where you guys are, and you guys got up and said, hey, we're going to go walk, I would make myself do it. But to go by myself, I got to force myself. But I got to do it.
Which reminds me, have you done your passport yet, Dave?
No. No. And I told my wife about it the other day, and it looks like everything's going to start opening, so I got to do it. And I've got
6 months now, 7 months.
Yeah, and I've got to fill out my retirement from the Operating Engineers Union. I can do it right now, and it'll become December 1st. I'll get my first pension check from them, and I still haven't filled out that paperwork. So I've got to fill out that, and I've got to do that because that's the one that's going to go to Nitnoy, because I'm going to take a reduction in my pension, and then when I pass, she will get a certain amount of money, which is like equivalent to 2 or 3 times what she makes with TOT. She'll get until she dies. So that's my Dave can sleep comfortably at night policy, getting that for her, which she deserves every penny and more.
You make a good point. dirty old man. I've been riding big bike. I've been riding big dirt bikes. So I've had an IT 465 and I've had a DR 400 back in the day. I've always had big bikes, VTR, SP twins, Ducati 999, all big bikes, and I've always dressed appropriately for the ride. And yes, I've got a Honda Click outside here, and if I'm just scooting from here to 7-Eleven or something, I will put a tin lid on, and I will put runners on, but if I am going to go out for a decent ride, well then I will be getting a lightweight jacket, I will be wearing pants, and I will be wearing very sturdy footwear. I'm not going to wear motorbike boots, but I have got a real good set of boots that I used to wear deer stalking. So I brought them over because they're comfortable, they're broken in, and I love them to death. So, but yeah, no, you've got to always. Well, you only have to have a look what Tauli. I mean.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And you know what? And I'm horrible because I go out with my flip flops on, my lightweight pants, a t-shirt, and I go wherever I'm going to go. And when I was in the States on the Triumph, when I did the moto camping, and drove that bike, I full jacket, full face helmet, Levi's, boots, everything. But it's like here, I've been retired now, I want to say almost over 10 years. And in that 10 years, I probably wore shoes 20 times. So the rest of the times I've been in thongs. So, but let's see, somebody was asking me what kind. I have a Forza 350 2021, Joe. And I have a Scoopy 2018, and I think it's a 2012 Click 125 fuel injected.
Nothing can go wrong, Dowlo. It's Thailand. Everybody here is obey the law. They don't drive on the wrong side of the road. They drive with their headlights on all the time. They indicate. They're very courteous on the road. Thailand would be the safest place to learn to ride a motorcycle.
My biggest thing is if I go down, I'm done. You know, so I've got to be, like I've said before, from when I've been riding on two wheels since I was a mini bike when I was 3 or something. But you know, I had a couple of instances where I know in my mind I'm not going to die or be crippled or anything on a motorcycle. How I know that I can't really say, but I know it. And but I'm really defensive. I can tell you 99.9% accuracy what the person in front of me, to the left of me, to the right of me, and behind me are going to do. If anything happens, if this goes wrong or that, all this crap goes through my mind when I'm riding. So
even in driving in Thailand, we went and bought my daughter a new iPad last night up here at the local central shopping centre, you know, big shopping mall, and right. And I drive. So, but I'm like this. And she's like, "What are you looking for?" I'm looking for everything. I'm looking for everything.
Exactly. You have to drive defensively anytime, even in the U.S., probably even in Australia. You know, if you're not driving defensively, you're going to get hurt.
Exactly.
You know, so I'm not in a rush anymore. Do I need to drive 120 kilometers? You know, no. Is 80, 85, 90 a perfect speed? Yes. Yeah. If I'm on the little Scoopy, is 50 to 60 kilometers nice? Yeah, it's more than fast enough around town to go to the 7-Eleven or to go down to where my wife works or something like that. I'm not in a rush. What difference does it make if I get from my house to TOT to meet my wife for lunch if it takes me 12 minutes or 14 minutes? It doesn't make a bit of freaking difference, and it could save your life if you're not in a rush. You know, just kind of. And if you're coming over here and you're retired and you are in a rush, there's something wrong. Yeah. Because you're not going to make it.
But that comes with maturity, Dave.
Yeah, it could be. I got a lot of that.
I've lost my license before because of one thing, and that was a heavy right foot. So
yeah, I can't. Can I say that I've always been like this? No, I cannot say that.
No, that's right.
Not
You
when I was
you
younger.
can't put an old head on young shoulders. That's the thing.
No, how many tickets have I gotten on Van Nuys Boulevard, cruising the boulevard in the late '70s, doing wheelies on a Harley Panhead across an intersection? I probably had 30 of them. So yeah, Exhibition of Speed was my favorite ticket of choice. But
Yeah, the thing to watch out for driving in Thailand is those
Everybody
motorbikes
else.
coming down the left-hand side of the road. They'll get you every time.
I've finally gotten used to, and I know that Chocolate Man, he put out a video today too. James did, and he was answering a question I'm sure people were asking him. How is it to get back to the U.S. and drive on the other side of the road? And he said, I've been driving it 9 billion miles through my whole life. He said it just comes naturally. You just get right back into it. But I'm just now feeling comfortable after almost 3 years of feeling comfortable driving the truck. The scooter, I've felt comfortable for a long time, but the truck, it's shifting with my left hand, which is the wrong hand with me. That stuff is a little bit weird. An automatic, I know Mitch was talking about, he wants to get a truck, a four-door truck. I told him I'd get an automatic, but they're not the easiest thing. You're not going to find an abundance of them, because I found out from Thai people, if they can buy a wave and shift with their feet and save 10 baht, they will buy that wave and not a click. And they'll do the same thing with a vehicle. If they can buy a manual shift and they save themselves 1,000 or 2,000 baht over an automatic, they're going to buy the manual shift. 1,000 baht to me is nothing. 1,000 baht to a Thai person can feed their family for a month. So
Well,
it's like,
It's weird in Australia because it's very, very difficult to buy a manual transmission vehicle in Australia now. Where
Really?
once upon a time that was the only thing that you could buy was a manual, and automatics was seen as a little bit of luxury. Now it's the other way around. You have to actually specifically order a manual. So the last
And it
whole
costs
lot
extra.
yeah, well, a whole lot of when I was previous life operations engineer manager, all of the company vehicles for the tradies that we were getting once upon a time were all manual Hiluxes, and now they're all automatics. You cannot basically get a manual Hilux out of a dealership in Australia. I could never find one.
do you have a vehicle here, Mark?
Yeah, got a 2017 Toyota. I call them a Toyota Corolla for Australians, but I think
Okay.
Thailand call them a Vios.
It's a good vehicle.
Mm.
Real good vehicle.
My
He's
whole
looking
life
at
I've had
condos
Toyota
again.
as company cars. Always had company cars as Toyota. So when I came over here and we were looking for a car, I went with what I knew. So
They're great vehicles. There's no doubt. Great vehicle. Can't go wrong with the Toyota Corolla. Just can't do it. That's what I bought my mom. She's got it. Me and my brother paid cash for it in,
Yes, Ron.
it's probably been almost 15, 20 years. She still got the thing.
yeah,
And
I think you're right. I think you're right.
they're good cars. Did I answer that, Nikki? He's looking at condos. He had a couple of meetings this morning with people that he couldn't put off. So
He's a property tycoon.
yeah, he is. Let's see.
He's given Robert Mack. He's given Robert Mack a run for his money. I think
Mark,
I've heard that Robert Mack's the richest man or biggest property tycoon in America. Mitch wants to do the same here in Thailand.
Mark Kobius says the same thing. Same all over the world. It's just difficult to find. That was all I wanted when I had little cars, But if it was a vehicle that I was going to drive, especially trucks, I'd get automatic. If I had my choice here, I would have gotten an automatic. But with this thing here, once you get out of town, it's a diesel. It's the, what is it, Duramax or not Duramax?
Isuzu.
Yeah, Zuzu. What is it? What's it? D-Max?
Yeah, D-Max.
D-Max.
Duramax is also, that sounds familiar as well, Dave.
Yeah, Duramax is the Chevy diesel engine. But Yeah, she's kept extremely well. I think I want to say it's a 2010 or something.
I've got a
And not one dent in it, not one rip. It's got one little rip in the driver's seat, and it looked like stock, completely stock interior. Excuse me. I asked. She goes, "I'm going to pull these seat covers off." I go, "What do you mean?" Well, when I bought the truck, I had these put on. Those are all seat covers. It looks exactly like regular interior, stock interior. So I think we'll end up pulling her off, but she's taken extremely good care of the truck. The motor blew up when 6 months after I came here, so 2 years ago. And her best friend, that's what I said, I think he rebuilt the thing for under 20,000 baht. New crank, new pistons, rebuilt the turbo, took the whole thing down, cleaned it, had the block punched, everything done, and line board and everything done to the thing. And it's been running great. We've had it a year and a half. I drove to Ko Chang and back and all over the place. But what I was saying is once you get out of town, you're in the fifth gear and you're not shifting anyway. But in the town, it's kind of a pain in the ass if you were going through a big town or something. Am I missing anything? What did Trudy old man say? Mr. Mitch.
I would have liked to have got the bigger car. So as I said, for a company car, I've always had Toyota Camrys for the last 15 years of my life. Before that, I had Hiluxes when I was more on the tools. I would have liked a Toyota Camry, but we drove one and my missus, she's small and she hadn't driven a car. She'd driven utes and stuff before, but I'm thinking for an everyday car, she thought the Camry was just that little bit too big. And it didn't bother me. I was going to be stuck in Australia, so it didn't bother me either way. But now that I'm here and I'm going to be predominantly the driver, we will probably upgrade the vehicle with maybe not straight away. I'm going to settle down and want to get a house and then worry.
A lot of people have gotten the SUVs, and I've had SUVs. My wife had SUVs. Last one was that new Jeep Redline deal. Nice vehicle. But we've always had them. She's always had SUVs and stuff. And I see that like Chuck and Paige has that SUV and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? We have that truck. It's a 4-door. You can fit a crap load of people in there. Not as much as like a big SUV, but we've used that truck as a real truck 50, 100 times since I've been here. Somebody will need this moved, or we got to take a scooter from here to there, or whatever. So I'm glad that we have the truck. It works out good. My current car.
There it is there. Oh. Is that Changi Airport? Looks like Changi Airport.
What's that?
Sorry. Side chat.
We have a Ford Everest here, probably too big for us. I don't know what a Ford Everest is. What is that?
I saw one we were at the shopping centre last night, Dalo, and they want 2 million baht for it. That's roughly $100,000 for a new Ford Everest. I'm thinking, man, they had the brand new Ford Ranger, which looked a tough truck. Yeah, they wanted 1 million baht for that, so that's 50,000 Oz thereabouts. But the Everest, oh man, that's nearly 100,000. I'm thinking
wow.
I'd almost import my old 200 series Land Cruiser over for that sort of price. But
I don't know if they have a Jeep dealer or not. Tell you the truth, Joe, I don't know.
I think
anybody know
expensive imported cars?
Yeah, forget it.
I wouldn't do it.
Now, what's really got me interested, and I don't know if I could still do it, and I should have asked Tom if he's still here. According to Tom, he got to take 40 boxes of any size with him because he was married to a Thai. And he was moving from his country to Thailand or whatever, 40 boxes untaxed. Now, that could be 40 boxes full of Harley parts or, anything, I would imagine. I imagine they would probably get. But if anybody knows, let me know. Tom,
40
did you hear that? Yeah, 40 boxes is what he told me. And I asked my wife, and I never asked her again. She didn't answer me. But Jeep here is over 100K
Yeah, and
US.
as Kevin said,
Yeah.
100. And what would you pay for it? What would you pay for it in the US? I mean, US is a lot cheaper than Australia, even, but
Half,
depending
a
on
little
what
bit
type-
over half that, depending on what Jeep you get. I would
But
think,
I
wouldn't you,
was,
Kevin?
Dale, I was
60,
just blown away. I was
60,000,
blown-
62,000, something like that. I'm guessing. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of what I paid for the that one the wife had. I forget the name of it, but it's the brand new one that
So,
came out, the SUV, what they called an actual 4-wheel drive vehicle. That's
I
how
called
Jeep.
it a Hilux. I meant to say the Ranger. So they had a brand spanking new Ranger, and in the showroom in the bottom of the shopping center, and that, as I said, that was $1 million baht, and they were offering almost 0% interest over 5 years. Blah 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 blah. We've seen that in every home country, I'm sure. But I mean, that was the thing. You've got a brand new Ranger for $1 million baht, and you got sitting next to a brand new Everest, right? Which is exactly the same running gear. It's just got a a canopy on the back, basically twice the price. I couldn't believe it. But I think it's because the Rangers are built in Thailand. I'm not sure where the Everests are built, because
That could be
I think
where it's
Hilux,
built.
Duramaxes, Rangers, I think they're all built and assembled here in Thailand, so they're not subject to that massive import tax. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know where the Everest is built. So,
So Kevin says between 20 and 50K. Joe says he paid 82,000 for his Jeep. So I imagine, because I think I paid almost 60 for the one my wife had.
I mean, there's so many different Jeeps. Jeep.
Yeah.
In Australia, we had the Jeep Wrangler, we had the Jeep Cherokee, we had the Jeep Grand. My ex-wife, someone I once knew in a previous life, she bought a new Jeep Ladeo, I don't know what it is.
They're expensive.
Yeah.
80
I'd never buy
grand.
a Jeep.
Everest
How you
was
doing,
built-
Bacon?
Well, I can't understand
80
the price
grand
of
for
it.
a Gladiator. What's a Gladiator?
Yeah, don't know what it is.
Jeep. It's a
Is
Jeep.
that an Australian thing?
Never. I'd never heard of it. Although I don't look. I was a Toyota man. My private car in Australia was a 200 series Land Cruiser. My company car was a Camry. And for fun on the weekends, I had a XR V8 Ute, as every Australian should have.
Is that what it is? The Laredo? Yeah, that sounds familiar. And hers was the 4-wheel drive, your mama, red something. It had red stitching and stuff on the seats, and I can't remember. She bought it when I was in Buffalo, New York, helping my buddy open up a air conditioning business right before we found out she had leukemia. Yeah, I like the Land Rovers. I tried to buy my wife one, and she didn't like it at all. Don't know why, but she didn't like it. But she loved that Jeep. Boy, I'll tell you, she loved that Jeep. Thai National can bring.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I think you're right, Cobus.
The Thai National can bring up to 40 boxes back to Thailand, tax-free, just a small amount of 5. But did you have to be living? Because your wife was living with you there. Oh, so it's actually the Thai National. So no, I'm not going to be able to. Darn. I was hoping.
Johnny Siam said to me once, he said, "Oh, look, if you want to save a few dollars, because I've got stuff arriving at the end of the month from Australia, not bad, 6 weeks or 7 weeks to come from Australia to here, so I'm pretty happy with that." But he said, "Oh, put it all in your Thai wife's name, give your Thai passport." And then, as a guy in Australia, he's on Waz's chat and he's on Talkback Thailand chat. Dom and I had many conversations, and he's a customs agent, and he said, "Look, Mark, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Just, you're not going to pay that much. You be honest with what you've got, and you won't end up, and it's all secondhand stuff that you're bringing over. You wouldn't pay that much in import duties into Thailand. So I'll find out. My goods arrive in Bangkok on the 30th of this month. So I'll see. But, I'm
Yeah, I'd
bringing
definitely
over,
like to hear about that, because I haven't brought over anything. Not that I need to, but it would be nice to know what they charge for certain stuff.
1.4 cubic meters of stuff I bought over, and it was 1,800 US. I had to pay.
And then whatever they're going to charge you for tax.
Yeah. But I mean, there's boxes and boxes and boxes of Milwaukee battery tools. You know, I had the complete set. So there's like $3,000 or $4,000 in Australian, and there's boxes of other stuff that I wanted to bring over to start my life here. So, yeah.
Was that a dog barking and the vacuum cleaner?
Barking at the vacuum cleaner.
I don't understand. Yeah, so I don't know. I'd like to know. I have the Triumph. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind bringing that over, but I don't think it's going to be worth it. They're not that expensive.
The only way that you would do it is have someone disassemble it. Right?
That's what I heard. Yeah,
and then have it reassembled by a Thai person, and then you pay. I don't know. As again, don't listen to me because I've got no expertise in here.
But I've heard the same story though.
If it's disassembled in parts, and then you reassemble it. Now, I mean, you can. I was thinking about it, right? You can pull it, and you can have. Yeah, I'm going to have a Thai person reassemble my Triumph. You're paying $300 a day to sweep up the floors, and you put it back together. He's employed by you to help. I need you to hand me the monkey wrench, and he hands you the monkey 9/16, and he's assembling it.
I'd like to do. I think I might. I don't know. I don't really have anything besides a bike. If I wanted to bring one, and I'd probably bring a Harley. But I'd have to buy it there and then have it disassembled and then send it, and then I'd probably do that.
Okay.
I'd rather put it back together myself. I'd buy something a little older, but because they want a fortune. They want like $1 million baht plus for the Harleys, the used ones, the old ones. So, because how much is $1 million? 35,000, 32,000, something like that.
Around about $50,000.
50,000. Okay, so. Yeah.
In America.
See, I have a hard time.
We don't have
paying that money because of the way that I bought all my bikes in the past, and even the one that I have sitting in my garage now that I gave my son is a Dyna, and it was only 12,900 baht, $12,900 in the U.S. in 2008. So that I could, I could do that. Oh, it's
if you bring a bike in, Dave, you're up for 150% duty on the new bike price.
On a new bike.
Yeah. So if your motorbike costs $30,000,
right,
you're up for $45,000 in duty in Thailand.
Above the 30,000 you paid for it.
Above the 30,000.
Oh, Mitch
he's in and out.
I see that. Got to run. Take care.
He's like the Scarlet Pimpernel. They seek him here, they seek him there. Take care, mate.
Oh, but yeah. So I don't know. I'd have to see. I wonder what they charge for motorcycle parts. How they value used Harley parts.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I mean, they got to be privy to somebody tearing something down and bringing it in. But I don't even know, what do they charge for used bikes. Do they have that information in you?
My bike, which I would like to bring in, is 18 years old. You pay the duty on the new bike price.
So whatever that bike costs new, that's what you pay.
I tell you what, you've got to love your bike if you're going to go to that sort of expense.
Yeah,
I'd love to have my bike in Thailand, but I'm not going to pay $40,000 to have it get in the country.
But what about if you just had boxes full of motorcycle parts? They don't know what they are.
Yeah, well, there is that. But then you've still got to get the hassles of getting it registered in Thailand as well.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about how hard that would be. It probably wouldn't be that hard for like my Thai wife. Probably be harder for me to do it. Probably be easier for her to do it. Yeah, but I doubt that's going to happen. I've ridden a lot. I mean, one year I rode, what did I ride? 45,000 miles
in a year,
in 12 months. Yeah.
I was never that keen.
Yeah, we went to Missoula, Montana. Went across the United. I mean, I did. It was insane. It was insane. What a crazy year. And I wasn't a young pup either. I was 46 years old. But so I love my Forza, man. I'm the amount of crap that I would get if anybody that I ran around with in my past, they don't know that I have a YouTube channel. They don't watch. They don't really care, I don't think. But if they knew I was riding a Honda, oh boy, I
Poe on
would.
the go. Welcome, Poe on the go. Somebody May.
Dave, can I send $30? Poe on the go. I don't know if I met you before. How's it going? Did I say that right? Is it Poe?
She must have been. Sorry, faux pas there. I'm guessing anyway.
Oh, finally got to catch a live stream. Cool. Glad to have you. What was this? Bringing what did Kevin say? Bringing a 1940s Harley. I think they were only $500 back then. Yeah, you're probably right. I know that. Who was it? Was it Joe that said that? How much was it? $500,000 bought for that new old fake knucklehead in Bangkok or something. Wasn't that you? Was that you, Joe? I can't remember. I think it was. My mind's gone. But I wouldn't mind having something like that. But all my bikes were rigid framed and stuff. I think I'd kill myself if I got on something like that again. My kidneys and all that sort of stuff are hurting now. Just from being old.
They're so impractical for Thailand too, Dave. They just won't fit around the corners.
No. I did notice that. When was it, Mitch? And was it in Phuket? There was a bunch of bikers out there, and there were some Hell's Angels, I guess, on the right out in front of his hotel, and they were going to go. But yeah, I seen them blow by and stuff on the open highway. It's not too bad, but around town and stuff like that, it's got to be a little bit of a nightmare. Yes. Oh, 890. Oh, okay. 890,000. I thought it was 590. So what is that? That's 40 some odd thousand, something like that. Must be.
It'd be 40 odd thousand, 45,000 Australian, 42,000 Australian. If my brain's not quite clicked into gear yet.
My biggest problem not being able to ride a Harley in Thailand. Yeah, you know what though? I've been riding them forever, and I love them to death. Don't get me wrong, but that little scooter thing, twist and go. I'm old. I'm 64. Going to be 65 here in 2 months, and I don't know. I like it. It does 100 kilometers. It'll jump from 100 to 140. So I got plenty of throttle there, and it cruises quite nicely. And I've got side bags on it. That back box, I can go anywhere I want to.
I don't know,
but I wouldn't mind having one just for novelty crap, just to drive around town. But it would be nice, I guess, but not for that kind of money. I just can't do it. Okay, here's what Brock. Can a Thai national bring a car to Thailand if they return home? Tom might have known that, but the 40 boxes, they can?
They can bring it home, but they have to have had it registered in their name in the country that they're coming from for several years. They have to have owned it. It can't be my car and the partner bring it. It has to be registered. They have to show proof of ownership.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Otherwise, everybody'd be doing it, Brock, wouldn't they? So,
yeah. And see, I've got an in on the Port Authority in Thailand as well. One of the cousins works there. So they know.
That'll help a little bit. Cobus,
get through the
the 22nd, 3 days before Christmas.
Let's chat offline, Brock, because on the 30th, apparently my ship's coming in.
Yeah, it can't hurt to have somebody that at least keeps everything smooth. Any nice plan? I'm just going to go to the house, Nikki. I'm going to the house, and if there's enough to do a video, I might do a video. I do have a video that I could put out actually today on dinner, but we went to a barbecue. Everybody wanted barbecue, but yeah, nothing. Just to the house, I think. Anybody else got any interesting plans? Mark, you got any super
Oh,
plans for the day?
we're going to go out. We're going to go down to the bank today, and I want to start doing some serious research into buying a property. So buying a house.
Oh, that's right. You were saying you were gonna go
Hmm.
look at some or something, right?
Yeah. So probably have a look, but want to go and talk to the bank. Look,
Now, is she gonna be able to qualify for the loan?
well, that's what we're going to ask because she's self-employed.
Yeah, because now did you give her money while you were away?
So,
Not that it's
well,
any of my business,
no. Like,
but
well, since day one, I've been transferring money into her account
see,
every
that's what the
every month.
reason I asked that is because my wife, that's how she did it.
No,
She had a good TOT job, obviously a government job. She owns a house, she owns a truck, she owns a scooter. But for the year before, I ran all the stuff through her. The rent where we were renting, money for her, money from her mom, running for everything. And she just told them in the bank, this is my sidekick. This is how I make my extra money. So they included that in there. And they qualified her for 2.3 million baht
Yeah,
is what they qualified her for. But they would not
no,
even they wouldn't talk to me. I don't know about
yeah,
you.
yeah.
They would
Look,
not even. I said, "Can
that's
I
what.
sign? Can I do?" Hey, Gator. No, no, no,
So,
no.
and
In fact, I think I
this
had
is
to sign something saying I don't have anything to do with her, so that I
yeah.
couldn't take the house from her.
No, okay. Look, she rang up. Because in Thailand it's a little bit different to Australia. You find a house and there's an agent there, and we will help you take care of everything. We'll arrange finance, and anyway, so the agents took. We looked at a nice house online. We thought we were going to have a look at it, and the agent said, "Oh, tip. Sometimes you get this in Thailand, yeah. Oh, you have a rich boyfriend, Farang. Why not pay cash?" And
Right,
she
right.
looked over at me and she translated, and I said, look, we're not. Yeah, I can easily afford to pay cash, but my money in Australia is earning a hell of a lot more in interest rate than what a mortgage would be here. So
Right.
by leaving my money in Australia earning the money that it's earning, right, we're actually getting paid.
Well, I don't know. I go back to my uncle who passed away years ago. He was my favorite. He basically raised me, him and my aunt, as my mom worked as a single mother. But he told me, never use your own money. Always get money from the bank.
It's so cheap.
Yeah,
Nit
it's
noi,
nothing.
nit
Yeah,
noi, nit
but if
noi.
they will, if you want to, we can have her rap with my wife if you
All
want
right.
to do and talk, because we went to 4 different banks 20 different times, her friends, this friend, that friend, this thing. She jumped through a bunch of hoops, and she knows what hoops need to be jumped through. It
Yeah.
might save you, because she was getting probably an extra 25,000 baht she could show each month that was actually running through her
Mm,
bank account. So that helped enormously. But see, she owned the other property. She owned the truck. She had payments for this and that. She had some stuff. Yeah, she could have qualified for more if she had no debt,
yeah,
but she
yeah.
had a little bit of debt. So,
No,
but if
well,
you, I'm
we
sure
can
she
let
would do it.
we
What's
can
that?
let the we can let the women folk discuss that
Yeah,
while
yeah, there,
we have
there
a
you go.
nice tea.
There you go. Yeah, we can wait till then. It's not that far off,
Yeah, look,
and she
we're in
has
no great rush.
my wife she's a very smart lady, and
Mm,
she has a lot of good friends that helped her, through everything, and yeah, it would help enormously. I bet you it would save you months of crap,
yeah, yeah,
on what, because she'll be able to go, oh well, I want to do this and this. Oh well, they're going to ask you for this and this. Oh, and then we're going to go. Oh, they're going to want, So it'll be good. It'll be a good thing, I think. But that's perfect time to do it. We can be drinking a beer and they can talk about whatever they need to talk about,
yeah.
and I won't know what they're
Uh,
saying.
the only thing with Brock, Ron, is you can't shut him up.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks, Mark. I'm the solid rock the show's built on.
That's right. You bet. You bet. And Gator, I see that.
Gators here. Hope you're
Chuck,
feeling
yeah,
well, my friend.
Chuck's-
Hope you're feeling well.
Chuck's stream, Chuck's stream ended. I saw. So
Morning, Gator Jake. And Cobus. I think I forgot to say hello to you.
everything. So what are we at? Wow, an hour and a half almost already.
Almost
How do I do
breakfast.
that?
Almost breakfast time.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I think we've talked about a bunch of good stuff. So, let's see. Are there any other questions? Anybody? She married you, Dave. Has to be smart. Thanks, Joe. Smart or really dumb. One of the two. But
Okay,
she's a good one. Like I said,
time for the stats.
even in the videos, and I can't say it enough. I'm the luckiest man in the world, not let alone Thailand.
I don't know whether you spoke about the video before I finally got online, but what a fantastic family outing that you had.
Oh, it was fun, man. It was fun.
I love Thais and their families. I really do.
Yeah, and those three the three workers, they just had an absolute ball, and I think I bought them like 5 or 6 big Leos, and they just had an absolute ball. They can't do that. They make 500 baht a day. They can't do anything even vaguely remotely close to that. They might be able to go down to the local river and stick their feet in the water and drink a Leo out of a can, but they're not going to be able to
Brian
do it.
in Thailand, Sabadi May.
Hey, Baldy, how you doing? Glad you could make it. But the big thing for me, and we'll talk about it more, even if I bring, I'll try to get that information from my wife on the Thai, the 40% and the 600 baht a day food thing for everybody, and I'll post it. It'll probably come on. What's today? Monday. So maybe I'll do it in 2 days. Maybe we'll do a Wednesday deal. So I will.
Baldy Brian, I'll be in Jom TM tomorrow.
That's where he's at, right? Isn't he in Pattaya?
I'm not exactly. I forget where he is, but I'll be at. I'm not sure. I mean, I just get dragged along. We might end up at either Route 66 or at the Wombat Kiwi Bar on Beach Road there in Jom TM. So, but if you know Mitch or you know Kevin, all the line. I don't want to throw out a whole lot of information on YouTube, but it'd be great to catch up. Actually, you might have an email. I'll ask him the question. Probably already know the answer. He's probably already got an email.
Gator wants to come on for a minute, so I'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll go. There you go, Gator. Or anybody that wants to come on. Anybody, feel free. I'm sitting here. I haven't gotten any food yet. I don't hear my mother-in-law rustling about. It's only 9:45. I went on early. I forgot. I went on like 8:30 or something this morning.
Well, I saw a message come up. Well,
yeah, I went on with the test because I changed the cables and crap on this microphone, so I wanted to make sure it was all good.
My partner will be probably having fish soup for breakfast. Me, I'll probably end up having toast with a bit of Vegemite and toast with a bit of strawberry jam on it.
You got the Vegemite for me?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm not looking forward to that. Here's Gator. Hey Jake, how you doing, sir?
It's good for you, Dave.
Yeah, I know Mark won't hurt me. He'll just give me a thin and some butter or something. There he is.
Jake.
Hey guys, how you doing tonight?
There's a stranger.
Hey, Mitch is here. Outstanding.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, now
we got to do a quick shirt change.
Now we'll go for a while.
Oh my God!
The Master Blaster is here, Mitch. Oh, good to see Mitch.
That's that yellow shirt, huh? Nice. And I picked yellow for a reason.
This is yellow, and look what happens.
Yeah.
And that's yellow.
That's creepy as hell.
In the process of changing my shorts too.
Stuff.
Just kidding.
You got a piece of cheese bread.
I tell you, everybody.
Yeah, cheese stick.
It was good to see Mr. Mitch the other day, and he actually had his pants on. The first time I saw him, he had no pants on, and he was riding around on his motorcycle with his tin hat on with no pants. At least he showed up the other day with pants on. I was very grateful.
Mark, you're looking like really like vibrant and everything. You like
Yeah.
got a haircut and
You look
everything.
right back.
Yes,
What's going on?
hair and your
I have to turn my air
hair
conditioner on.
I
I'm gonna
tell
turn
you,
my air
Jake,
Hello,
conditioner on.
everyone.
cloud nine, Jake, cloud nine.
I don't know. I'm watching the news. I'm listening to you guys. I'm hearing all the things, and I mean, I'm sorry I missed the show, but are we not having a resurgence of ideas that Thailand's coming back? I mean, that's how I'm feeling. I don't know about you guys.
Nah, I
Well,
think it is. I think it is.
A lot of you
yesterday,
guys are already there, but you know, I'm looking like
Hang on.
trying to get. I told
Thanks,
you
Nikki.
guys
You
this
too.
before. Like,
How'd I get in the
my,
driver's seat?
can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I told you guys before, like we're having like advanced parent issues, and the opportunity to get the wife back and stuff. It just would be great if we can do it. So when I hear all the updates that you guys have from your own personal points of view and experiences, it really helps me out a lot. So thanks. You know,
look,
YouTube. A lot of people make fun of YouTube, but YouTube is awesome in my opinion. So thanks, guys.
It can, Jake. Jake. It's a. I never had anything to do with YouTube until the situation, and I was in a remote mining spot in a remote mining village in the middle of outback Australia. Not much to do. The only internet we had, I thought, well, I can't watch free-to-air TV. I can't watch my sports. I'll look at YouTube, and I thought I'll do a bit of research on Thailand. And you know what? Found Dave's channel, found another bloke's channel, and I found some other channels which led me to this. And
Dave is awesome.
I truly believe that YouTube is a good tool. Are there tools on YouTube? Absolutely. But by the by, you get a forum like this. You get some of the other ones that are out there. It's all positive. It's all good. And are there trolls? Are there tools on it? Of course there are. But I'm really excited about Thailand's future. Yeah, you might have missed a little bit. Dave was saying the restrictions here are going to be easier around the world. Australia, for example, where it's taken me 3 months to escape, it's going to be a lot easier as of another month or two. So
I think so. I definitely think so.
Mark, I mean, I'm. The more I see about Australia, the more that when I think about you, I'm really glad you're in Thailand. I don't care if it was a 1 month quarantine. Oh my God. Wow.
But yeah, I know.
I'm not going to comment. We're not going to get political. We're not going to do all those things. But Jake, God Almighty.
Yeah, I truly believe it's a blip. It's a blip in a very long road. It's a very, around the world, everyone's had a blip with society. People have got to come to grips now with what our life was in 2019 is not going to be our life in 2022. Right. And as soon as people start to accept that without getting political, without talking about mandates, without talking anything, the life that we had is gone. It's akin to the life before World War II to the life after World War II. Right? Life was different for everybody before World War II, and life changed for everybody after World War II.
So, Brock, where's Brock right now that he's still wearing a sweatshirt? That's what I want to know.
I'm in Perth.
Okay, so is Perth like help the Floridian out, please? Is Perth like cold right now?
It's 15 degrees C at the moment.
Ah!
It gets that cold in my fridge here now.
We're just in spring.
Oh my!
And it's been raining.
Well, now I know some of you guys Mitch, I can't keep up with you. Maybe you're still there in Thailand, and I know that.
No, he's in Corfu now.
Where's he at? Maybe he's on Ibiza, like on a yacht, like partying with Hollywood stars and shit. I don't know.
No.
But I mean the things going on in like Thailand, the weather and the rain and the floods.
I mean, it's mellowed out a little bit now.
Yeah, let me turn
But
my
they're
camera
gonna
over
get-
this way. Can you see that? Oh wait, I got a freaking blue screen. What a doofus! See, I'm new to this.
No, I mean it was really cool. You had a blue screen, and then you turned it like something real. It was.
Oh,
really
okay,
cool.
yeah, okay. So
I
you
mean,
see
this
my
is
mess. There's some
this
boxes
is like
there.
my kitchen
Well, there's
pantry
there's out the
behind me,
window.
so I've got nothing. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not
a
gonna
character,
criticize.
I can't tell. Because
When are you going to come, Nikki?
Oh, hang on. Let me do this.
Well, only
He's a-
when they let you
he's
out and you're not
Let me go to
Thailand's not a red
StreamYard.
red
Okay, here we
country
go.
or
We'll
whatever.
do this right. Okay, look.
Well, hopefully
Mitch
good news
Mitch
for
has
you on
Mitch
the-
has a girlfriend.
There's out the
wanting to meet him,
window.
It looks like.
Let's see what.
Oh, my
There we
God.
go.
And there's some stuff from the box that Tom sent me or brought to me. I've got a box over there still because I'm going to recycle it. Yeah, that's out the view there, Jom Tien.
That's
Nice
awesome.
sunny day.
Whew. What
I
are you
was
on,
out
like the
until 4 o'clock
37th
this morning.
floor or something? Where are you, Mitch?
40 something.
I'm on the
right?
47th floor in the CETUS, that's spelled CETUS condominium on room 4707.
Oh,
if anyone
my.
would like to visit me.
Well, I'm not
That's where
showing
I'm
up
at.
unannounced. I can tell you that. I'm just like, holy
No, I'm good. I'm
moly,
good,
you're
man.
on.
I got lots of friends here that just
That's right.
love visiting me and
Absolutely.
hanging out with me.
Oh.
And
Here we go.
Absolutely.
Tom wants to know: are you, everybody on for 11:12? Text,
that sounds
text
great.
later.
Yeah, because I've got that
I like
10 o'clock in the
Sportsman,
morning.
Robin Hood, Witherspoon,
Perfect.
Prime, or anywhere there's
Oh,
great
man,
food.
I can't
There's
do
so
that
many
shit.
places
I got to
there.
work tomorrow, bro.
Yeah.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
When are you going to
Sounds
retire, Gator?
Well, I think I told you guys this. I got like
2 days to eat my burger from the Just
You got a
Burgers
while
joint.
to go.
my government retirement's 56 years and 4 months. It's crazy, and I've got like
10 years.
About shit. Thank you very much,
Yeah, I was gonna
Mark.
say what, dude.
I
You're like
appreciate
30
that.
He's
20
30,
years early.
No,
36
man, I'm
years old.
50. I'm 55 years old, man.
Oh,
Don't take.
wow.
Don't.
55
I've got this
years young,
full head
mate.
of
Same as
hair,
me.
bro. But
Same as me, mate.
and I
Oh,
don't
there-
dye it. This
Actually,
is
there
my
is,
natural
Baldy. There's
color.
sewer scams. Lots of them. The
Yeah,
Farong
did you-
scams.
Did you guys Did you watch Joe's Foreigner Joe's video on his builder got scammed because he needed workers, and
Yeah, I saw
somebody
that.
hijacked somebody's thing, and I don't know, he didn't lose much, 2,000, 4,000 baht or something like that. But
Yeah.
there's always stuff, who I feel the more scared for is my mother. People that are 80, 85 years old. These they're not people, they're just little animal, living in basements somewhere, trying to screw people that are 85 years old out of their, Social Security money. It's like,
Oh yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah.
But
That
that
keeps
kind of
me
scares
busy.
me.
You know, I
Yeah, the most of the
think
time.
Dave. I think a lot of the network that we've got going on right now, especially like these discussions and these panels. I mean, we're just sitting here bullshitting, right?
Right.
We've got these relationships where some of those things that would have happened to, like, say, my Thai relatives, where they just don't know, and it's no fault of their own, but people like you and I, Brock, Mark, etc., we understand what a scam looks like.
Yeah. And some people don't. It just I don't know. It's just sad that especially the people that get taken advantage of. If I screw up, like my wife says, "Oh, well, you ordered that Canon lens off of the marketplace and this and that. You're crazy. They're gonna screw you. You're gonna get." I said, "I did exactly what you told me to do. Made them show me take a picture of the lens, their Thai ID, and a newspaper or something, whatever she told me long time ago. And I bought probably 40 things off of that marketplace, and I haven't gotten screwed yet. But and Tom says you would be invited if you were here, Gator. And then Cobia says, Gator Jake, why 4 months? You want to know why? Because it's the U.S. government, and they can do what they want. That's the reason why.
I work for them. I know.
Oh my God.
I work for them. I know.
Jake is
Yeah.
the man.
Yeah, there is multi-billion dollars. Yeah, you're right. Well, I mean,
Big time.
went through the
Hell, I
FBI.
got
So, yeah,
scammed.
Hey
I got
guys,
scammed
I
on the
didn't want
patio
I didn't
right
want
out
you
the
to
gate
like
today. Or
extend
not
this
today, but
like
last
an
night,
extra
whatever it was.
2 hours
No,
or
I don't
anything
care.
because I'm
Mitch is
babbling
here.
on. So I'm gonna punch out.
all right. Well, thanks for coming in.
I just wanted to
appreciate it. I
say
know it's
I
late,
saw Brock, Mark, Mitch, you all on here, and I said, you know, something I wanted to drop in and say hi because it always just, I don't know, my own personal morale
Exactly. Great to see you.
like really boosted a
That's
lot
better.
just to chat with you guys.
Is that the
And-
blender?
Anytime.
And when I see Mark doing his ASQ and he's getting out.
He's free bird. But thanks
Oh,
for
no.
stopping. I know it's late, getting late where you are. So
I know it's
appreciate
late.
it. I
I know
appreciate
you're
it.
weary.
Anytime. You're welcome.
I know
The
you're a
building's
fan.
swaying.
Don't include me.
Building
My
swaying.
building's. Oh, Jesus.
You got
Oh,
earthquake?
gosh.
Earthquake.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
Oh, wait. It's the
anytime.
washing machine.
Anytime, Gator. You know that, Jake.
And it's
Anytime,
always
boy.
good to see Mr. Mitch, who
Oh, always.
is
Likewise.
Say
the
something.
master blaster of YouTube freaking
There you go. He likes it. He likes his
moderators.
head to get big. He wants his head to get bigger.
Can,
Yeah,
Maybe
can
I could do
say,
it. Here,
What's
let
that,
me
Mark?
let me
What
do
you
that.
got?
Here,
Can
how
I say
about
something?
this?
There we go.
There
Yeah,
we
the
go.
Big,
there,
big.
There, big.
Can
Oh,
I say
it's okay.
something? Can I say something? You know,
Yeah, go ahead.
we always want to, you know, there's always the man, the myth, the legend, and they always say that you should never ever, you know, if you hold someone as a legend and he's a mythological person, that you should, you know, never meet your hero. Well, I met my hero, people, and he was everything that it claimed to be. So
Was that Mr. Mitch?
yes, I
Look at
met
you.
my
Oh, my.
hero.
So
I
That's
met
been where he
my
was
hero.
young.
so was
He's
he like
blushing.
the
He's
so was he
blushing
like
right
the
now.
centaur?
He's
Mr.
blushing.
Mitch might be like the centaur. He's got a human head and a horse's ass. I mean, I'm just
No,
saying.
I am a horse's ass.
Oh shit!
I love you, Mitch. You know
Absolutely
that.
horse's ass.
You
Oh, man, I
guys,
can't wait to see it. And well, Mark,
Tom says-
likewise, meeting you was like we'd been talking on chat. I mean, it's just, and Tom,
Yeah,
awesome. Kevin,
Hello, how are you?
Kevin.
How are you?
James, shoot, everybody.
Huawei's online saying hi
Huawei.
to you.
Brian,
Hey,
Bill.
guys, this is one of the greatest things that we do. Obviously, is just
All
to
right.
communicate and have great fun.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you
what it's
for
all
including
about.
me in this, Dave. I appreciate it.
Anytime, you're more than welcome. Anytime, Jake. You know that.
Adios, arrivederci, maslama, saudi cup on your exaseo. Bye bye.
Wow.
Take
We'll
care.
see you.
Lagon,
See-
Lagon.
Lacon cup. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, legend.
Is Tytastic
Love
here? I did. Is he here? I didn't see.
Tytastic,
TT, you
hello.
here? Is he here?
I don't know. I'm not reading the chat because I got to go meet
You going
another one. Going to another one. Yep.
And
for another meeting?
My
right?
missus
Or no?
is.
What did
she's
that
got-
look
she's
like?
got
Good or
breakfast cooked.
bad?
She's got breakfast cooked, so.
Good or bad on the meeting this morning? The place. Any good? Mitch?
What's that? What
Okay.
do you do? What do you like to do when you're on in the swimming pool, Dave? Other than swim, what's the other thing you like to do?
I like to pee in the pool. I like to pee in the pool
Well,
because I know it pisses everybody off.
I like to dive.
Dive?
Dive.
So it was a dive?
Yeah, I'd say.
You know, but there's so
But,
many.
you got to
it's-
go. You got to check it out.
There's so many. Like Chocolate Man said when he was leaving in one of his videos, he said, "Yeah, this is a nice condo and all that kind of stuff, but there's 30,000 of them, and literally there's more than there's 300,000 of them because I've been going and looking for Mitch and back and forth and sending him stuff. And
nearly finished.
there's so much stuff, and it's ranging from what 4,500 baht to on the nice end about what 12, 13,000 for the good ones, and everything in between. So where are you going to go and stay in Jantiem, a beach view for 10,000? What is 10,000, 12,000 baht? 400.
Well, the one I'm looking at
under
now
500, right?
Only 2.3 million, and that's negotiable. Oh, there goes my alarm. And the other one, the is almost 4 million. But I'll tell you what. Talk about. Oh wait, sorry, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, I'm looking at a rental for like 10,000, something like that. Got to run.
You leaving?
See you, Mitch.
Yeah.
See you, Mitch.
Like a
We're
treat,
gonna
I'm
go
leaving.
for sure.
See you tomorrow.
Shortly.
My breakfast. Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay, take care, everybody. Yeah, still loving it. Loving it.
I'll talk to you
It's
later.
only
I
going
reckon.
upward. Okay.
I'm going to
right.
sign. I'm going to sign out to everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
everybody
too.
have a
So we'll all go
fantastic
at the same.
day. Brock, commiserations to you in Western Australia. You're never going to get out. Everybody that's in Australia on the East Coast, we'll see you soon. Don't forget, you do fly over Western Australia. At least pay some respects to Brock and wave to him.
Yeah, wave at him,
7.
So you can't run into flush the toilet as you're going over.
Yeah, because you fly, on an 8 or 9 hour flight to Thailand, you spend 6.5 hours flying over Australia. It's unbelievable.
He's in Thailand.
Yeah, I can keep it up. Who was that for?
See you, Mark.
Thank you, Joe.
All right. Take it easy, Mark. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Nikki. Bye-bye. See you, Dave. See you, Brock. See you.
Yeah, I'll see you in a few. Yeah, I can keep it up for a few minutes. Dirty old man. No problem. I'm not doing anything. Mark, Tom said he'll see you tomorrow. He just left. Bye, Nikki Dunn. Nikki leaving? That's late where Nikki is. And I'm lucky, man. I like I'm a stroganoff guy too. I used to make stroganoff all the time. I probably haven't since my wife passed away. She liked it. We always had debates on whether it's to go over egg noodles or to go over rice. And usually she liked the egg noodles. I liked the both. I just like stroganoff. So it was, I liked watching Nikki has a video out on stroganoff. And then she put in there because I had requested shepherd's pie, and I think she's doing that as the next video. So tomorrow I'll make the recipe. Cool. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, egg noodles. Me too, dirty old man. I like the egg noodles too. But we'd have rice once in a while too. But the egg noodles were good. But I'm interested to see how people make different things because I make my stuff different. And I'm not butcher this name again. I'll let Brock say it.
Chaya Pum Farang.
Chaya Pum Farang. How are you? What is it? What is that house of yours? Yeah, no shit. I'm hoping the end of this month, the first couple of weeks of November. I'm going to bet on the first couple of weeks of November. It's moving along though. They are. I'm going to do a video maybe today. I'll see how far they are along. I'll take a ride over there after this is over. And like I said earlier, they put the frames in all the windows, not the glass yet, but the air conditioners are going to start going in, I believe, the end of this week. I've already bought them. I've got them all over at, I've got 3 12,000s, an 18 for my bedroom and a 24,000 for the living room. I went with Samsung, their new line of, they're different. I'll do a video on that too. They're pretty neat. But I'm hoping that's what I'm hoping for. The floors are almost done. So we'll see. I'll try to do a video definitely this week that it'll warrant one. Thanks for you bet anytime, Jake. Anytime. Dirty old man. Try sending from your email. Is that why I'm staying on so that you can make your love connection? Is that not that that's a problem? I got no problem doing that. So I will catch up on your videos after this, Dave. Yeah, I know. What is it? 3 o'clock in the morning? I don't even know. It's late. I know that for Nikki and Thanks. I appreciate you coming by. Always, yeah. Nice. I'm sick with that email. I think you better find a new way to communicate. For those two need a room. Yeah, they do. 4 a.m. Wow. Well, I think I haven't seen any food yet. I do need something to drink, though. My throat's messed up for some reason. I don't know why. So maybe I'll post that other video too. The one of dinner. Deciding come. Yeah, I'm hoping to see you. I'm imagining when you get here too, Jake. But we'll be in touch, I'm sure, because I'm not going anywhere soon. So I hope anyway. To do line. Yeah, how come you don't have line? How can you be even thinking about anything in Thailand without having line on your phone? It was the first thing I think I put on my phone that almost the day I landed. I was told because the houses that I was looking at and even what I was doing with the people that I was trying to, because when I first came, I just came for 2 weeks and wanted to check out Kamala. And once I found out that I liked that, I started leaving all these messages for realtors and stuff, and they wanted me to get line so they can communicate with me directly. All right, Baldy, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. You have a good day.
Yeah, Baldwin.
What is this one?
Fair Cobus.
By Cobus left too. Yeah, I think we're about done. I'm old. I am too. You can't be much older than me. But I'll catch you on another stream. Yeah, you bet. I'll probably do it in a couple days. I think Wednesday I'll do one. Seems like we've got more and more to talk about the closer and closer we get to Thailand opening. So, all right. I think I'm going to. I didn't buy a cell phone until after my first trip to Thailand. You got to have a smartphone. You just can't survive in today's society. Something you have to get. We want private room here. All right, who's this? And Nick saying bye to Baldy. So glad. I'm glad that you did too. I hate to think you're up all that late though. That kind of sucks. But anyway, all right. I think I'm going to end this now. Is that all right, dirty old man? You're gonna have to figure out. Maybe you have to catch it another live stream. We're creeping up on 2 hours. Where is he? Is he saying
1 hour 52 and 20.
Yeah.
12 watching, 17 likes, 1 not so much.
That's weird.
And,
only that's because Mitch wasn't here giving me thumbs
and
down.
668 subscribers, Dave. You're
That's went up quite a bit. It was what 60, right? 660. Yeah, wow, that's pretty good.
You'll be 1,000 in no time.
Yeah, no kidding. That'd be nice. I'd like to be able to do them live streams. Yes, all right, guys. Thanks, Dave. You bet. Thanks. I appreciate it. We have a lot of fun. Everybody that's here I really appreciate it. I think I got the best subscribers around. That's for sure. And we have a lot of fun here anyway. Hey, Jason, we're just leaving. Let's see. I have enough thumbs down somewhere. Yeah, I know. Take care, everybody. All right, I'm gonna end it here. Right at it's almost
Maybe
2 hours, I think.
Jason.
What's that? Oh,
the bar's going.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they're going to start cranking up around the beginning of November, but I think it's going to be a slow process, and I think they're going to open up slowly, maybe smaller venues under so many people or something, or so many square meters. They're going to do something. They got to. We were talking about that earlier, and we'll talk about it again on Wednesday. All right, guys, have a good one. We'll see everybody later. I will